You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAC Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode.
Nothing. You didn't get there quick enough.
No. I was trying to see if this maybe had new stuff in here.
Doesn't sound like it did.
You know, it's weird because like there'll be new stuff way down at the bottom of this app. And
Guys, is this Freddy Fazbear?
That's pretty good.
yeah.
Have you ever played rugby?
There it is.
Oh, cholera! Czy to Freddy Fazbear? Oh.
Lots of Freddy in there.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's so many Five Nights at Freddy's things in here.
You ever seen that movie Freddy
Allegedly,
Fazbear
that's
Got
going to be
Fingered?
3 hours long.
I was thinking about it again today. I really think we should rent out a theater.
I was telling people about it. I'm like, we got to get more people on board.
We gotta
get more people on
Can
board.
you donate? We gotta get more
$1 a day.
$1 a day can get us to see.
Well, everybody,
Freddy
welcome to the It
Fazbear
Takes All Kinds
in
podcast.
IMAX.
Welcome to the
Can we
It
see
Takes.
it in IMAX?
Welcome to the It Takes. That's way more expensive. I feel like. Welcome to the It Takes.
Because it was probably not shot in 70mm IMAX. Can we see it at the Science Center?
Shut up. Did you see me spit?
No, I didn't. Spit on my floor.
spittle.
Because you're mad. Shut up.
Welcome to the It Takes. Welcome to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 130. We're recording this on Tuesday, August 29th. You'll be hearing this on Friday, September 1st.
Oh, shit.
September is upon us. I will be recommending Led
Zeppelin all month.
Led Zeppelin all month.
Damn, I gotta hop in on that.
Yeah.
I gotta start listening. I've never heard a song by them.
It'd be really funny if I just start doing all the knockoffs of Led Zeppelin.
Knockoffs.
Knockoffs.
Greta Van Fleet.
Greta Van Fleet. There was another one that my dad was talking about.
I don't know any other ones.
There's other ones. They exist, Carson. They exist.
There's not a whole lot I know, but what I do...
We're living in a society.
Oh, I have a Costanza drop I need to put in. It's a good one. I don't want to...
Was that Costanza?
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that.
Speaking of, I just finished watching Seinfeld
Again.
for the third time.
Wow.
And I've started another one. I just love it.
It's very good, huh?
I watch it every night before I go to bed. And it's on while I'm sleeping, so I get all the comedy seeping into my brain.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You
I
wake
fall
up.
asleep
You
to
wake
it.
up and it's still on.
No, it cuts off by
No.
then. My data runs out. My track phone minutes run out. But what I do know today is that we're gonna be playing some catching up. Gavin went on his big fat Chicago wedding trip. I kept trying to think of my big fat Chicago wedding.
My big fat Greek
Chicago wedding.
wife.
Wife.
My big fat Greek wife.
So here comes my big fat Greek wife. I went to the drive-in. I'm gonna talk about that. I had a terrible dream. We don't talk about dreams much on this show, but last night
It was because of streamies, I bet, where Dream took off his mask again.
don't tell me about that again. I have a thought to propose.
I have a thought daughter.
To you. I have a thought daughter and a gay son to propose to
Thought
each other.
maze. I think that's what I was thinking of, like thought maze, thought something. Thought puzzle.
Space.
Yeah.
That's a disc
sure.
golf brand.
Sure, yeah.
We got some clips. Finally, we got some clips to watch on the show. You got to get that figured out, man. You're doing that every week.
No, I know.
Is there something going on?
No.
Do you need some talcum powder?
No, it's just I sweat.
Talcum powder.
Really?
We'll get some sort of powder down there so your boys don't stick. So your boys don't stink.
Well, that too.
I can smell your boys from here.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Next Door Drama. What you listen to? All the hits. I have a feeling it's going to be a fun one. Jumping right into it. Yeah, and tell us about your Chicago trip, man. Let's just get it over with. Let's get it to it. Let's get it over with.
My sister bought some tickets randomly, I think in like February or March of this year, and was going to the Arctic Monkeys concert in Chicago. She bought one ticket.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. And my dad told me that I should go with her. And at this point, she hadn't decided where she was gonna maybe transfer to college. So she transferred to college over the summer. So she moved in before this weekend, and was not able to attend the show. So my father and I went. So Friday night I had CPR classes.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to do a CPR class, which was actually way better than the first time. That second time is like way easier, and also like the instructor. I don't know, maybe this is a fault, but she was not rushing through it, but she was giving us like an express version of it.
Okay.
Not
something like
she was giving us like all the information. It was just we don't need to go through it 18 times before you guys understand it.
Is it something you guys have to like
Redo every 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So all these people were renewing. So she was like, "You guys have all done it before. Let's just let's see how you guys do it, and we can go from there." So I got out in like 2.5 hours. Came home, chilled out, vegged. I actually don't remember what I did that night, but then we left around 9 in the morning, 9:20ish, headed towards Chicago with my father. We stayed at so we drove all the way up to St. Charles, Illinois, and stayed at a family friend. My dad's known for a long time, been a friend of the family on my dad's side for a long time. Stayed at his house, was very graciously accepted into his household. They were very, very nice, very friendly. And I really enjoyed my time while I was there. I did genuinely relax for maybe once.
Nice.
Just kind of chilled out. But was it in the back of my mind I had to do stuff for school next week? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did my fantasy draft on Saturday right as we literally arrived. It started at 4 o'clock, so we got there at 4.
Very important.
We took some stops along the way. We stopped at lunch for about an hour, and then maybe like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then we stopped at a DQ right outside of St. Charles in Morris, Illinois.
Oof.
And it was a old kind of. It still had like the old menu, like it literally had like the old menu outside of it, like the old
That's cool.
like 70s menu or whatever it was, 80s menu.
That's
old
cool.
sign, nothing was updated about it, so it was really cool, except for the inside.
Except for the food.
Yeah, except for the food.
It wasn't also.
Yeah, it was all stale and stuff. So then went to the restaurant. I had lasagna there. It was really good.
All right, Garfield.
Yeah.
That's what Garfield
That's
says.
what Garfield says. I hate Mondays.
Oh, God, I hate Mondays.
Mondays again.
Oh, Odie.
Yeah.
I just want to
Odie.
eat my lasagna. I'm going to kill myself
John.
afterwards.
Suicidal
I'm gonna
Garfield.
I'm going to spill my brains all over the lasagna. Cause I'm
If I don't have my lasagna, I'm gonna kill myself.
And then I'm gonna shoot John and Odie.
Yeah.
And then kill myself.
John and Odie.
Murder suicide.
I had a couple drinks that night and had a lemon martini. It was really good. Limoncello, I don't even remember what it was.
Limoncello.
Michele. And then woke up the next morning and our family she made some bacon and eggs for me and an English muffin, and then me and my dad hit up some record stores. Record. I've been talking like a New York guy for like a week.
We went to New York.
Well, we went to New York. I went to a couple record stores up there. They had some good stuff. They had a lot of, I think they had original pressings of Beatles' White Album, but I couldn't tell. I mean, they were like, worn the hell and back. So that could either be a 1980 pressing or it could be like, 1969 pressing.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, it gets, all those years, they get all mixed up.
Oh, yeah. It did.
But it was, I think we had we have 3, went to a Walgreens.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. They have those digital boards. They're like the digital fridges, where
They did.
Yeah,
I've seen pictures.
Yeah. That's the worst invention fucking known to man. That's awful.
I don't
What
get
is
it.
the point of that? And the door was broken where the Dr. Pepper was. So I had to I opened up another door and reached around and grabbed it. And I said, you can't get rid of my Dr. Pepper.
You cannot. I've never
can't
seen a
hide the
fat
Dr. Pepper.
person drinking a
Diet
Coke.
Then came back and we had some home cooked steaks.
Nice.
They showed us this was on Sunday. They showed us a wonderful idea of like salting like steak salts.
Uh-huh.
And so that was really good, by the way. You got to get some
Okay.
if you find some steak salts.
I don't eat steak very often,
yeah,
but sure.
it's pretty good. They made
Maybe
some
this
steaks.
will get me to eat steak more, even though I don't really need to.
Then we went to the Arctic Monkeys concert
On a Sunday.
Sunday
Sunday
morning.
I thought it would be on. I thought the concert was on Saturday.
Yeah,
It was on
everybody
Sunday.
did, and it was funny because nobody in his family knew, and our friend's family knew who the Arctic Monkeys were.
That surprised me.
Yeah, I mean and
how was that?
the concert was incredible. They were opened by Fontaines DC, which stands for Dublin City. There's some Irish band.
Okay.
Which I was so shocked that
feel
some
like I
guys
know
from
that band.
Sheffield would
Sheffield.
would
Tommy Shelby.
would bring along some Irish guys. I thought that the English and Irish didn't get along very well, but
No, they don't. Historically.
yeah, that's what I mean. So
Ask any of
whatever
the
you know.
Catholics.
Yeah, sure, but then we went. I had a beer and me and my dad had a beer and we were just standing there. And I'm like, we didn't really want to go in and see the opener. They only had like 5 songs they were playing or whatever. I'm like, whatever. So we were just sitting outside and I was like, after the opener started, I'm like, I bet that merch line's probably cut down, and it did. We got in and out within like 20 minutes. It was surprising, honestly.
So you got a shirt.
Got a shirt. It's got the tour dates on the back.
Show it off. Can't really see it, but it'll work. There you go. Yeah, get hunched down for us. Yeah, now we're just seeing your ass, which I won't complain about.
I won't complain. Yeah, and they had, they did have a good shirt that it was Fontaines DC had that it was like rock and roll died in vain in like black typeface, really big.
Okay.
Don't know what that meant, but I was like, I almost want that one, just as like a shirt to wear.
Yeah.
And then the show was great. They had
And you guys did not sit next to each
No,
other.
we did not sit next to each other. We both had one individual ticket in the middle of a row. It was I was sitting next to a couple of guys, and I feel like I should have, but I was like, nah. There were a couple. It was like me and you. It was like someone like me and you just going.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to bother him.
Did it feel weird kind of seeing a concert by yourself?
Yeah, kind of. It was like no one to talk to or anything, but a couple guys next to me knew most of the songs and were like, doing air drumming, strumming, just like how I do and singing the songs, whatever. But on my right was a gaggle of like 4 young girls.
Okay.
They were probably in high school somewhere. And because they were talking about like, oh, we got school tomorrow. I can't wait to tell people it's school tomorrow. Someone said something like that, but they were like screaming their heads off and like recording everything through their phone and everything. But
That's so bizarre.
yeah, they were screaming their heads off at every single song, and so the set list was really good.
It surprised me that high school girls would be screaming about Arctic Monkeys.
Me too. That's what I said. That's what I was thinking too.
That's what I said to him.
That's what I said. I said, Alex, you got a lot of people hanging out with you.
You're the best musician.
Yeah, so they started out with Sculptures of Anything Goes.
You're not going to go through every song, right?
No. I'm just I mean, like they started out with that, and they brought down the lights, and it was a very like 70s lounge setup, and
cool.
they had like they must have had like either some kind of like quality down player instead of like making it look better, but made it look worse.
Okay. Visually?
Yeah, visually on like the big board that was behind it.
Oh, okay.
I can show you a picture of the. I'll show you. Oh, that's just my schedule. Well. Yeah, so it's like this, and they had like 2 screens on the other side, but they had like in the middle was like a weird like it had like they definitely made sure that like the camera had them, and then they had the thing in the background, so it was like delayed like a million times. So they had that a lot.
That's cool.
Yeah, and they had really good lighting and stuff like that. But a couple really good Yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed
Nice.
it a lot. It was really good. And now I can't stop listening to them. So it's
There you go.
Kinda
That's what happens to
ridiculous.
me,
um
especially when I see new music or new bands.
yeah.
I just don't
Yeah.
stop listening to them.
Then we drove back on Monday. Missed the lecture accidentally. Yeah. And we stopped at Portillo's on the way back and like normal. And that was
Just
really
a beef,
good.
or did you get a hot dog?
I got a hot dog.
So good.
I got two of them. I had
That's
two
the
hot
only
dogs.
hot dog I will eat is
Yeah.
the Portillo's hot dog.
Yeah, and it's
But those beef sandwiches, ooh,
Yeah.
mama.
yeah. I've heard they were good, but I was like, I don't think I can
You
eat.
didn't get one last time we went?
No, I had hot dog.
Oh shit, I had both.
Yeah,
But I got peppers on mine, and it was too spicy
yeah. I got peppers on my. I ate both of them. I should not have eaten both of them.
on my apple.
I should not. My old asshole couldn't handle it.
It came out.
Like last week we were talking about how I have an old body.
Yeah.
Couldn't handle it.
The sphincter is
Yeah.
just this old.
So then we drove back and, yeah,
Nice.
then I had to go to work.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great.
That's great.
It's great.
I'm glad you had a good weekend.
Yeah, it was very relaxing but I don't know why, but I was just so on edge of the concert. Like before,
Like
I was
in a
just
fight.
kind of like, not on edge, but just kind of like, I kind of want to be done with this right now. I was just kind of
Yeah.
like, it was like I don't know anybody. It was just Dad.
Mm-hmm.
There was nobody to like talk to. There's nobody to shoot the shit with.
Right.
Yeah, it was just nothing against my father. It was just
No.
like I was doing the same thing with my dad I would be doing with anyone else, but it was just
Right.
like usually in like St. Louis you're able to like kind of see if someone is around you or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Nothing.
yeah, the hour drive, by the way, and state highways, and this is my statement about Iowa. Illinois state highways is I don't like them. Those surface level highways suck ass.
It's weird. You
It's
showed me a
weird.
picture.
It's very weird. I don't like it. It's weird. It's too wide, and just not. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not like St. Charles, Missouri, not like
Not
St.
this
Louis.
St. Charles.
Nah, yeah, it was.
Maybe it should be. Maybe stuff would move a little quicker around here, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess I will say that there wasn't that much traffic that entire way.
Right.
But yeah, it was pouring rain on the way down there too. It was like
Oh, that's
buckets and
fine.
buckets and buckets. It was crazy.
Buckets.
Buckets. So what'd you do this weekend? Anything fun? Nothing? I guess not.
No, no.
Moving on.
No, I didn't do anything. I'm not going to talk about it for too long, but I went to the drive-in movie theater once again by myself, as I usually do.
Hey, some people say that's the best way to go to a
eat
drive-in.
Reese's. Is that what they say? I've never heard.
Go to Joe. Oh, I thought the camera was off.
Go to Joe Byron.
Go to Joe Byron.
Go to Joe 3003. Yeah, I went by myself as I usually do, just because I know you guys would probably have fun going, but it's also like hours and hours of movies. It was 3 movies.
Jesus.
Jesus. It started at the movies.
If you think I have the attention span for that, you're out of your
You
fucking
got
mind.
another thing coming.
You got
Well, I was talking to somebody about how I was there by myself.
And then
and
they
I-
were like, nerd.
Well, yeah, and they're not. There's somebody who doesn't watch movies, and they were like, I was like, you would hate it. It's like
Yeah.
anybody who doesn't like movies would hate it. But I got there. You had to get there early enough to get your spot. I mean, they didn't sell out, but
You got to get there early.
you got to get there early though. So I got there at 7.
What time
and
did the movie start?
At 8:30,
Jesus
and
Christ.
then I didn't leave
Till, like,
until
midnight.
No, not quite.
What?
The last movie started at midnight,
What?
so I didn't leave there until like 1:45.
Oh
I
my
think.
God.
So but I like it. It's so much fun. It's just because it's like I've talked about it before, but the drive-in.
Did you just
in
throw popcorn
Illinois-
at your hole?
Yeah. My hole at every hole I could find. I just leaked. But what was I just? Oh, I like it because they like haven't updated anything. It's like the
Old
snack
popcorn
bar is
machines.
old. The bathrooms are old, which is my favorite part. Actually, I hate that the bathrooms are old, but it's just cool because it's like it's a little time capsule. and they still
And the
have like all
quality
the old
shit and the
poles,
audio shit.
quality.
Do they
Actually,
have
the quality for Blazing Saddles was shit.
Did they
I'll talk about
did they have
that.
the microphones that you stick inside your car?
No, but they have the poles where those used to be.
Oh, okay.
But they just have it. They just have it. They have two.
That's what you just did.
I know, because I know they have two screens, and
They have one in front of you and one
they
behind.
have they have two screens. No, they have one small one here, and then like catty corner they have like the big one, which is the main one that they've had since however long before it burned down and they had to build a new one. But so they have. Why are you looking at me like that? They have two radio stations that you like put your car into.
Really?
And then it plays into your own speakers, which is really nice. I'm so glad that they
And
have that.
they're like, and now Blazing Saddles.
And now here we go. And that's the other thing too is they play
Mel Daniels. Blazing
Philip Daniels,
Mel Brooks. Blazing Saddles.
Gene Autry playing
Gene Simmons. Blazing Saddles.
Blazing on the Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
They play all the old like commercials at like in between the movies. They're like 5 minutes to showtime, and it's like a bunch of weird little like
Popcorn.
animated popcorn characters and stuff, and
Kind of like at the
aliens and
Dollar
stuff.
Show.
Yeah, I haven't been
At
there
the
in a long
Dollar
time.
Show.
At the Dallas show, but I really love it there. It's cool. Skyview Drive-In in Belleville, Illinois. So I was in Illinois as well, quite a bit farther away than you are. But
So you think that's going out of business anytime soon, or like?
I don't. Man, they still have plenty of people.
Really?
Even on besides the weekend. This is kind of funny, but
Besides this weekend.
besides this weekend, no. But one weekend they announced that they were showing.
The Jonas Brothers.
No, what's the movie that just came out that everybody?
Barbie, Oppenheimer.
No. Around the same time, the movie
Mission Impossible.
about the sex trafficking.
Oh, Sound of Freedom.
Yeah, they like announced it. This is like a month after it came out because they get movies late. Like they can't always show them on opening weekend.
You probably get them for cheaper.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
Wholesale.
they were like, we finally got the most anticipated movie of the summer because I'm on their email list. They're like, we finally got the most anticipated movie of the summer. We were so excited to be showing The Sound of Freedom. And then the weekend after, they were like, we didn't have a good turnout, so we're not showing The Sound of Freedom again.
Oh yeah.
But they were like so excited that they got it, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ. So
Marketing team.
but so this weekend they were doing what their first annual Icon-a-thon, which means they're just showing
There's no such thing as a first annual. That's just the inaugural.
the inaugural. Well, you tell them that. So on Friday and Saturday, they showed 6 different movies, 3 on each screen. And so the ones that I watched were Blazing Saddles, which is very racist. Jesus Christ. It's like so dated.
That's
It's
whatever.
like-
Whenever people are like, "Oh, you can't make that movie today."
Dude, you
People-
shouldn't. You shouldn't have made that movie then, Mel Daniels. It's just there's a lot of funny things in it, but there's a lot of things where you're just like
the
you're just
bean
like,
jokes.
Jesus. Yeah, that was fun. That was like, okay, I'm not 13, but then like they're saying the N word every like 5 minutes, and like it's just like,
Yeah,
oof.
there's a lot of
This
really
is
bad
really
stuff in that
rough.
movie. Yeah,
And it was just like, man, that's the first movie you're showing here.
gotta set the tone.
I guess so. It was just it was very interesting. A lot of funny things in it. Mel Gibson plays the governor, and he's like cross-eyed. He's so funny in it. But that was good. That was my first time seeing
I
it.
love laughing at cross-eyed people. That's my favorite.
Oh
thing
yeah,
to
dude.
do.
Well, I'm one of them, so I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to. But then after that, they showed Creature
Sound
from
of
the
Freedom.
Sound of Freedom. They showed Creature from the Black Lagoon in 3D, but it was like it was like it was the old
all you had to
3D.
do was just cross your eyes.
Oh yeah, it was the red and blue 3D. So I watched it without it because it was too dark. And that was my first time seeing it. That was fun. Obviously very dated because it's from 1954 and it's like one of the original Universal.
And they said the N word a
horror
lot
films.
in that movie too.
Surprisingly, they didn't, but there was no black people in it.
Well,
I did notice.
Yeah.
Universal in the 50s. Can you imagine that? Not very progressive. Not very progressive. But
What do you mean? We're the most progressive. We have a woman on screen.
We have a woman, and she's
White.
very well lit and white, milky skin,
She's got cleavage for days. I mean, a great personality.
great personality. I mean, I guess there were colored people in it that were maybe like
White people
Hispanic.
in blackface.
It could have been too. I don't know. Anyways, besides the point. I don't know why. I'm not trying to like defend the fucking Universal in the 50s. Then after that, the finale at midnight was Weird Al's UHF. Again, another movie I'd never seen. I've been wanting to watch it, but I knew they were going to show it at
I've
this.
never
so I was
heard
like,
of
oh,
it.
wait.
So
Dude, I was telling Gavin beforehand that it is probably one of my favorite movies of all time now.
wow.
It is so fucking funny. It's still funny to this day. All the jokes hold up. You gotta watch. I literally almost watched it the day after
Really?
because I wanted to see it again.
What is it streaming on anything?
If for free on Pluto TV and on YouTube, so you can watch it for free. Now you have no excuse to watch it. Try to make a reference about that, asshole.
I don't think I've ever seen a reference. So
And you have to be like a real deep comedy hipster to make a reference to it.
So
It's
I can't
so
wait.
funny. Michael Richards is in it. It was like
Whoever
pre-Seinfeld
that
Michael
is.
Richards. Kramer, Seinfeld. But he's in it. He's like a main character. He's like, he just plays like this stupid.
you're gonna tell me about the whole movie?
He plays like a simpleton janitor, and then Weird Al's like, "Do you want a show?" And then he becomes like the most popular. He like makes the TV station like popular, and he's just like this kids show host. Oh my god, I want to talk about all of it because it's so fucking funny. But long story short, with that is that it inspired me to want to do
Another project.
another project. So hopefully that will actually happen. I was really excited about it. I even had to like keep myself focused on the movie because I was thinking about it. And then I was just like, give yourself a few days to think about it if you really want to do this. And like still to this day, I'm still excited about doing it, which is a good sign because usually by this point I'd be like, nah, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So hopefully that might happen soon. I don't want to spoil anything, but that'll come out whenever it comes out. But yeah, that was amazing. I want to watch it again. I'll watch it with you. I'm glad I watched it sober, but I also now really want to watch it
Hi.
high, a little toke, because I think that'd be really fun. It's such a good movie, and it's gonna be like a feel good movie when I just want to like veg out and feel
Yeah.
good.
It'll be your comfort movie.
It'll be my comfort movie.
Yeah. It'll be my come for me movie.
There's such dude. I want to talk about it because it's so funny. Weird Al does a lot of like in comedy movies you don't really hear people just scream for no reason.
Yeah.
That wasn't until like later on, but Weird Al just has moments where he just like is screaming for no reason.
I'll be
There's
like-
also a bit where he falls asleep, and then a music video of like it's like this like I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like he did a spoof, or it's not even a spoof. It's just like this rock and roll like rock and roll like I don't even know what you would call it, but it's like fuck, what am I trying to say? It's like a rock and roll intro to the Beverly Hillbillies.
Okay.
But it's like this weird like, you know, like first generation computer like 3D animation of him, and it's like but about the Beverly Hillbillies. And it's just like it just like comes on. He just like falls asleep and then this starts playing. And it's like why did that happen?
He's dreaming about it.
Oh, it's a perfect movie. I love it. It's so good. I could talk about it forever. But
5 stars on Letterboxd.
5 bars on Letterboxd. You got your Letterboxd up?
Been trying to get my Letterboxd.
I've been betting on stocks recently.
Wow. The Big Short.
Yeah, that's on
Wolf
Netflix
of Wall
right
Street.
now. I haven't seen that ever.
Me neither. I've heard
Can't
it's
make any
long.
reference to it. I
I'm
do
not
wanna see it,
leaving.
though.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Sure. But now on to something a
I
little
haven't
bit
seen it, by
more
the way.
somber. Something you definitely have not seen. My dreams. I had a absolutely horrible dream this morning. It wasn't last night. It was this morning because my alarm went off and then I fell back asleep for probably about an hour and had the most vivid nightmare I've ever had in my entire life. Of course, nightmare. Of course, I can't remember it all right now, but like it was so real. It was so realistic. But it was like I don't even know how it started.
You should have written down more.
I should have right when I woke up, but it was like it was too real. I didn't even want to think about it right when I woke up. I was just like And it gets fucked up because it happened again.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'll explain why, but I don't. You were in it, but you were like,
Oh, really?
it was like you were like just there.
Little old me.
Little old me. It was like you were just there. It was mostly my mom was like a big character in it, but like there was this guy I got in like a fight with, and like he was trying to like stab me, and then I ended up just like killing him, like stabbing him a bunch of times.
I don't think you should be sharing this on the podcast.
Shoot, it was so fucking weird. And I guess I killed him and then like pinned him up on the wall with a knife.
Sure.
And then like my mom killed somebody the same way.
Did you tell your mom this?
No, I didn't. Not yet. But she killed somebody with a knife. And then I woke up and I was like, Jesus Christ. Because it was like, it felt like I was in this dream for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes of just stabbing somebody. And then I woke up and I was like, fucking hell, that was scary as shit. And then I fell back asleep and then I jumped back into the dream. That had never happened to me before. Woke up fully conscious, fall back asleep, back into the dream.
Yeah.
And I jumped back in right where I left off. And it was like the people were dead and my mom was like, we got to get rid of these bodies. And I was like, no, we just got to tell the police and like just confess. Like there's no way. And she was like, no, we have to like dispose of them. And then for some reason we only had like 30 minutes because somebody was showing up in like 30 minutes, but we also still had to go to Walmart to get supplies. So, and then I woke up and then it was over. So I never got to figure out if we disposed of them or not. It was so fucking, it was the most insane dream I've ever had of my entire life. And I was like, I don't know why that happened. I have no desire to hurt anybody.
Hey, man. You got to go to therapy, man.
Apparently I do. I don't know. Nothing like that had ever happened. I've had like weird dreams. I have a lot of like stabbing dreams, but usually it's somebody stabbing me, not me doing the stabbing. So
You're finally taking control.
So yeah, that's what I was saying. So maybe this means you're taking control of your life now, because now you're doing the stabbing and you need to go out and stab somebody. But it makes sense because I saw a video. I traced the lines of where this all came from. But I saw a video last night on my Twitter feed because, of course, or X, of course, Twitter is just a hellhole now. And there's a video of like, I watched it for like a second and I was like, I don't want to watch this. It was like a video of a stabbing that happened at a high school or something. And so that's probably where that came from. And then for some reason the other day I had a thought where I was like,
I had a thought, daughter.
I was like, if I did kill somebody,
how would I do it?
Would I hide like if I killed somebody out of anger, let's say, don't piss me off, which would never happen. This is just a hypothetical thought that my absolutely horrible brain thinks of. I was like, would I try and hide the body?
You've watched one too many horror movies.
I'm just obsessed. I can't stop watching it. Freddy Krueger,
watched serial killer movies.
Jason, Freddy Krueger. Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger,
Jason Bourne,
Bubba the Clown. Who else is there? Creature from the Blast Lagoon, Frankenstein, Dracula, House of a Thousand Corpses.
Just to name a few.
Just to name a few movies, if you don't mind. But anyways, I had that thought. And I was like, I was like, there's no way I would try and hide the body.
Meth Man.
Method Man. I was like, there's no way I would hide the body. I would literally just be like, nope, I'm just turning myself in. But anyways, that was what my terrible brain thought of. No, I don't want to hurt anybody. It was just my brain.
Neither do I, for the record.
Well, you might. I can't vouch for
what?
you. Listen, dude, I can't. Listen, dude, you said all that shit earlier. I can't. I just can't vouch for you on that. No, neither of us are going to hurt anybody. It's just, I have a bad brain.
Everybody's got their fucked up, intrusive thoughts.
Sometimes you just shouldn't let them out. That's what I told Freddy Krueger. That bastard. I think he was the janitor and he has these claws.
I honestly think Freddy Krueger was probably like...
Yeah.
She was like...
Yeah.
She was like... she was just trying to warn us on like not letting the things in our dreams come to real life.
So?
I think so.
Oh my God. What about Michael Myers? Michael Myers. What do you think about him?
Who?
Michael Myers.
Really?
Migers. You don't know about him?
No.
He's the big, tall, scary guy. He's got a white face.
He's got a hockey mask.
He's got a Baki desk on.
He's got a Baki mask.
No, you're thinking of Jason Cornpeas. He's the one with the talkie.
Pornfees.
He's the one with the taco
Jason
mask on.
Pornfees.
He's got the Baku mask on. He runs around
He's got
with
the
a big
Baku
old,
mask.
He's got the Babadook mask on. And
Yeah.
he's got the big old knife and he
yeah,
slays and he jumps out of the water at the end of the movie and scares the hell out of me every time I see it.
That
I know it's
happened to
coming
me.
too.
That happened to me when I watched the Super Souk.
What?
Yeah.
The scuba suit?
Yeah, the
When you
scuba
washed
suit.
your scuba suit
Yeah.
that happened?
Yeah, the Babadook.
It came out of your scuba suit?
Yeah, he came
No
out of my
way.
bed, and he lived in my basement
I
for a
can't wait.
long
I
time.
can't wait to see the new Nun movie.
I can't wait to see the new Exorcist.
Excripst.
X-Crips.
Excripst. I can't wait to go to Express Scripts
I can't wait.
and get a new script going.
Yes.
Anyways, enough scary talk. So I had a thought daughter and a thought son.
Happens to the best of them.
Happens to the best of us. I had a thought the other day when I was going to wait for it, Taco Bell, and I was driving the way that I've driven.
I'm just thinking about. I literally know exactly what your thought process was
Yeah.
while you were driving.
I was driving to this Taco Bell that's very close to us. We've talked about it before.
love that Taco Bell.
Love it, Taco
I will
Bell,
say they don't
Fritos
get my
Supreme.
order wrong.
You know, they kind of fucked mine up this time, but I was going a little. If you go past that 10 o'clock time, it's a gamble.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Procter and Gamble.
What time's that one close anyway?
You midnight, sometimes 1 a.m.
Okay.
Sometimes 11. It's just when they decide to.
Well, it's like whenever I went to.
Nobody wants to work these days.
I went to all these different restaurants on my way back from
Right.
CPR class on Friday, and one of them had a line around the building. The other one had a line around the building. The other one was closed due to short staff at 7:00 p.m.
Ooh.
And then I just ended up at McDonald's.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, so I was driving there, and was driving the same way that I've driven there all of my life, and the way that my parents have driven either to that Taco Bell or like to get to a certain place.
Near that
The
place.
same way, these same roads. And I was thinking about it, and I thought about this before, but I was like, am I really going the quickest route to get there? Is this the quickest route? Or is there a quicker route, but I'm taking this... Well, I know I'm taking this route because it's the way my parents used to drive there. And then I, because of that, started driving that way without even like thinking about if there's a quicker route.
Right.
And so I was like, there's everywhere I go, at least in town. And I think this applies to if you live in town. If you live in the town you grew up
Try
in.
that in a small town.
Jason Ballgame.
Yeah. Jason Ballgame.
Jason Ballgreens. But I think it could also oh shit. I think it could also apply to you if like you I guess if you move somewhere and like you maybe had a roommate or something.
Yeah,
I forgot
they're
there was
showing you
another
around.
way. Yeah.
If someone's showing you around town, or you take an Uber will
Right.
take you to the same place every day or whatever.
Right. And so I was thinking about that and I was like you just get mad at yourself for saying something.
Yes, I don't fucking know.
It's so fucking stupid. I was thinking about it and I was like, I wonder if everybody else is like that or if that's just me.
You know, it's funny because I actually have thought about this quite a lot,
Okay.
because every second I live is very important to me.
Okay.
So
would you kill yourself?
Money is time.
So would you kill yourself if I died? I mean, if you killed me, would you?
You're not important to my life.
You play no integral part of my life.
None.
If I died, would you kill yourself? Hey, Gavin, if I died, would you kill yourself? Answer quick.
So there's this one turn where
Goddamn turn.
there's this one where you can either go straight and then come around to the
You're
back.
talking about in our town,
In our town, there's a one
where we grew up, in our small town.
In our small town, try that in a small town.
Can't try it. Don't try it.
There's actually like three ways that you can go. You can go turn left and go like what I think of as like the straight way.
Okay.
You could go the
son.
gay way.
Gaze
No, but I mean like the straight path, the path that will probably is the most direct way. It's like a left, a right, and then we're home.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I think, okay, if I go straight here, there's a road that takes us all the way literally to like our street, which is straight, which I turn left and then it's all the way down. And then there's one that goes even further down that goes basically along, like the long way around that you can go, that I feel like also spends the same amount of time as both of those. Sure. Because there's like stoplights along the way. And there's stop signs for the second one. But I always thought about racing someone home. Like starting out at the same point and then taking the way and driving completely normal, not actually like even wasting. Not even what are we freaking wasting?
No bacon, no nothing.
And going all the way, going different ways and seeing who gets home first.
Right.
And I've thought about that since I was little. Like literally, like, oh, mom and dad were taking separate cars. You know, what if we took this way? And before our old house, it was very much there was only one way there. Yeah. But now at our house that we have probably like 6 different ways. Well, technically 4 because it's like, you know, left one way, right one way, left one way, right one way.
Right.
And then there's also, you know, oh, do I take this street and then this one, this street curves and with no stop, but this one has a stop sign, but it's just more straight. It's just, I think about that a lot. But I do take, I started to take my own way. And I started to think about, started to think of ways to take a right-hand turn at a stoplight instead of waiting at the stoplight to go straight or turn left.
Yeah.
Just finding ways to do that easier.
Yeah, and I'll do that too, but like, I think it mostly applies to like neighborhood roads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like main roads, it's like, okay, you get to the main road.
Yeah.
But sometimes getting to the main road, it's like, you could take this street, you could take that street.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was thinking about, because the street where the Taco Bell is on a main road.
Yeah.
But there's like a bunch of different streets I could cut through to get
yeah.
to the main road, but I go the way that I've gone since my parents
yeah.
were driving me. And I was like, is this really the quickest
yeah.
way? Is it?
And that's another reason why I just Google Maps sometimes, or like, you know, Google Maps or Apple Maps, just map it.
But like, you don't need to do that for your neighborhood.
No, I just
you know
do it
I mean?
to see like what would be what's the map think is the quickest way.
Yeah. I'll do it.
And I'm going 80 through all these neighborhoods.
Oh, of
yeah,
course.
like I'm smoking through these fucking stop signs.
Smoking these kids.
I'm smoking. Somebody stop me. I have seen that movie though.
Tim Jerry? The Mask?
Yeah.
Dead Bear?
Tim Jerry.
I haven't seen that movie in a long
It's been a long time. It was on Cartoon Network a lot.
I want to see it again.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Smoking.
So, but you've had that thought where
a
you're
lot,
like,
yeah.
why do I go this way?
Yeah. And there's
my
like so many
parents
ways to
went
get to my apartment. So I even think about like, oh, what highways do I take?
Right.
Which is the single fastest way. There's a direct way. There's a way that I think is faster, and there's like the scenic route.
Okay. I wonder which way I take.
Yeah. I think you take the fast way in my head.
Probably.
The
It's
one
what
that
Google Maps told me.
Well, actually, no. That's just a straight way. That's just a straight there.
Okay. Because I go down a road that I don't feel like I don't need to for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a straight
way.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like going that way.
Yeah, me neither.
And I don't want to go I don't want to go to your place anymore.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I don't want to anymore.
I gotta put the decorations there.
You gotta put your what?
Gotta put my decor.
Oh yeah.
I got a plant.
Yeah, the place kind of sucks. Anyways. So
anyways.
I'm proposing that thought to you people at home. Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
Do you drive the way? Do you drive certain
your
routes?
way, your mom and dad's way, or
Do you go?
do you use maps? Or do you use maps to do everything?
Which is your own.
I
way
mean,
at the end of the day.
No, it's the maps way of doing it.
Well, I call it my way.
I did it.
Just like whenever I find a recipe online, I'm like, this is my recipe now.
Well,
And I
I'm pretty
put it
sure
in
that's
my
what families did in like the 1950s.
Oh, yeah.
They grabbed it on the back of a Betty Crocker.
I have a cookbook over there that's definitely full of stuff that has been pulled from the back of Chex Mix boxes.
Yeah, Betty Crocker
generations.
mixes for.
But it's a generational cookbook.
Can I have it?
Nope. I gotta make my my
Famous saute.
my family's famous lemon, carrot, and cheddar cheese pie.
Wow.
There is like crazy shit in there.
Wow.
Sometime we'll sit down and we'll
Yeah.
just read recipes because
Yeah.
there's some disgusting garbage in there. I'll be
Zucchini bread.
honest. I told my grandma that straight up. I was like,
This is
there's
gross.
only a few things in here I will be making.
You're like, this is fucking
But
disgusting.
I wanted it because it's like, it's been passed down.
I guess fuck your grandma, right?
What?
No, I mean, like,
what did you
know,
want to do?
no. Oh, you took her fucking cookbook. Fuck my grandma.
You're gonna fuck my grandma?
Yeah. But,
Dude,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
she's
screw your
widowed.
grandma, right?
Dude, she's widowed. Why?
Well, I mean, she doesn't have a cookbook.
She does. It's right over there. That's hers. That's a family cookbook.
Yeah, but now she can't
It's
fix
got
anything.
the crest on it. What? She made one. It's a copy. It's not the original.
Oh, I thought it was the original. You didn't specify.
I'm sorry. I forgot to, okay? Jesus. Didn't know it was going to be put up on
That
the
doesn't make
cross.
me want to fuck your grandma any more than it possibly would have.
Why not?
Now it's a copy.
Copy that. Anyways. No more about my grandma. Don't use my grandma's name in vain. We got some clips, Gavin.
We'll just use that for the fucking clip thing.
Got some motherfucking clips, bitch.
That's unnecessary.
This is unnecessary. Sorry, I'm getting a screen recorded. Screen recorded? Getting a screen recording started because we got some clips to get through. You remember that scene in Whiplash? That's a movie I still haven't seen that I need to.
God, I fucking love that movie.
I don't know where to watch it. They got it on Redbox?
I have it on my
Roblox?
Xbox, I think, actually.
Xbox,
I think we
Roblox,
bought it.
Redbox.
I think I bought it.
Can you share it? Can you print it?
I don't know.
Can you get a copy to me? Can you burn it?
I don't know.
Can you burn it onto a Halo game?
It's really good.
So we got some clips. These are
It's a great movie.
These are a little bit old clips at this point. They're a little dated, but they're things that we've been wanting to watch for a little bit together. This first one is from, my God.
What?
Don't even worry about it. This one's from August 12th and 12th.
You can buy it on Hulu, or you can watch it on Hulu.
Is it really?
on
I have Hulu. I'm watching that
It's on
tonight.
Don't watch it while you're high. You're going to stress you out.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I tried watching a show the other night. And
It's
it was
really stressful.
only a little bit.
I watched it for the first time after going to state. No, I'm pretty sure I've told that story a million times, but
I think you're.
but I watched it for the first time after going to state for band for solo and ensemble. After it was pouring rain and the windshield wipers didn't work. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it now though. I didn't know it was on Hulu. Anyways, enough about you.
It's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. So this was at some big
fucking
tennis game. I forgot what it
bullshit.
was because it is from a couple weeks ago. But in the middle of this match on the pitch,
I don't think it's a pitch.
no, it's not. It's a soccer field. A certain
court.
song began to play, and I haven't watched this. This is the first time I'm actually watching it. But here we go.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Joe just came on mid-rally.
It's still playing.
Wow.
Why is it still playing? I didn't realize it played for so long. That's awesome. But Cotton Eye Joe came on and started playing at the match for no reason. I don't think anybody actually was able to explain why. Right, that's it. Moving on. This next one we can describe as a monkey serving cunt.
Yeah,
As Gavin would like to say.
We can bleep that.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
YouTube doesn't give a fuck about us.
Yeah. Sure.
So here we go.
So this monkey is being offered sunflower seeds, and the monkey just looks down at his back of his hand, and then scratches his forehead. Then this monkey gets given peanuts, and it just eats it.
He only likes peanuts. Don't try and give that
But
monkey
that
anything
monkey
else.
fucking served that guy.
He's serving. So that's why we do this.
Visually, we're looking at our nails curled over our palms, and then
Our paws.
our paws, and then we straighten them out, and we look at the back of our hand. And you gotta see what those.
Gavin,
look
I'm a kitty girl now. I have a litter box that I pee in.
That's
So
good.
if you could talk about them as paws, that'd be appreciated.
What is it with the children and their kitty litter boxes?
Kitty litter boxes. Okay, I don't know what this is. I've
Okay,
not
so-
seen this.
There was that clip going around a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think, at this point.
Okay.
Of actually, it was probably a month ago. Actually, more at this point.
Actually.
Actually, called Planet of the Bass, and it was a
Oh, right.
the guy who did sketches on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
His name's Kyle Gordon. At Kyle Gordon is great.
We've been watching him for a long time.
Yeah, we've been watching him for a while. He's really good at doing just like the stereotypical like
stereotype voices.
Yeah, stereotype voices and stuff. But so I didn't realize who it was until afterwards. But he's playing a character named
Oh, he's like imitating a real person.
No, he's not imitating a real person. He's
oh.
just playing a character. It's DJ Crazy Times.
Okay.
He's playing a character, DJ Crazy Times, and he's from Eastern Europe.
That's right.
From the 90s. And it blew up on Twitter. Yeah. And he put out three different clips. One of them had this blonde lady.
Yeah.
And then the second one had like this Instagram model. And it was the same song.
Oh, nice.
And the music video was really good for the first one, and everybody was like, it's not as same as the first one, blah, blah, blah. And then he released a third music video where she gets resurrected as like an alien coming back down to Earth or something like that.
Okay.
And so he's DJ Crazy Times, and it blew up on the internet for a few weeks. And I guess the Jonas Brothers are on a tour. They were just in St. Louis over the weekend. Actually, I think the same night as Arctic Monkeys in Chicago. They were on Sunday.
That's my.
But so I think they came out in I think Indiana or something like that. They came out in like a Boston. It was Boston.
Boston. But it's for somebody's birthday, right?
No, it was just Jonas Brothers.
Oh, they just had them there. I thought it was for somebody's birthday.
I mean, maybe it was
like a surprise.
But anyway, so they just. You can tell from this clip. So we'll just go ahead and play the clip.
People do not sound excited.
Yeah, no, exactly. And Kyle is committed to the bit.
People are kind of getting into it there, but...
Yeah, he's committed to the bit, and that was why he released 3 music videos, because in the like Europop, what they would do is they'd just basically replace all the girls with new music videos. But you can tell that the crowd was not very into it, and it was just it was kind of like one of those. It's kind of like what the Republican Party is doing right now, where they're just so fucking online about, or just going off the deep end about some of these things, and they do not have the normal person on board at all. And I think that that's also kind of the same phenomenon here, where it's a lot of chronically online people that may have been at this concert, but they were not on board with this, whatever this was. It was very much like a niche comedy Twitter type of event.
Right.
And I guess they were in town at the same time, or the Jonas Brothers. From what it sounds like, Kyle did a interview for either like the Today Show or Good Morning America. And so like they contacted him like a day before this concert. And they were like, hey, do you want to like come on before us? And he's like, sure.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like they just like reached out, like his management, their management reached out and was like, do you want to come on before our show?
That's crazy. Yeah. Because it was Jonas Brothers shows are huge.
Yeah. And he did a radio interview as DJ Crazy Times.
Nice.
So he's very committed to the bit, and I'm glad that he's gotten the success that he is. I'm excited to see what his next thing is, because he's really funny guy. But
good for him, because this does not and
doesn't translate from internet to real life very often.
Well, and it also is one of those things where it's just like that, like Euro, that Euro pop thing is like a very niche genre.
Yeah, it's
like
bad.
You have to be really weird to know about that kind of music. So for a literal direct rip of that to do well in 2023 does not make any sense to me at all.
He's written like comedy parody songs before.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, what he's doing I think is funny, but it's just like, I do not understand how it's like making sense to the general population.
No, I don't think it does.
But it's popular. No, it does, because it's gone viral.
Yeah.
So obviously, weird niche shit doesn't go viral for, just because. There's people have to have some sort of understanding of it.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy that it did. I just don't.
So everybody thought he was shooting himself in the foot with the second release clip. They're like, "Oh, this is so much worse than the first one. Why would they do that?" And then people were like, "Wait, no, this is part of the bit." Like this
Oh.
is part of the bit. He knows like how these
He's
Euro
living
pop.
up to
Yeah.
it.
So
Good for him.
yeah.
Good for the man. That's all the clips I have in here. I didn't see the other one in there.
Oh yeah. What was the one I told you about?
The gamer
Oh.
one you sent to me. Here, actually, no, I can pull it up. I have it in my text messages. What is that fucking thinking? So Gavin sent me this.
Heavy rubber gaming.
Oh, hold on, my audio's not on.
What?
I'll start it over. Why can't I start it over? Oh my god, why is this player?
Heavy rubber gaming.
So for our audio listeners, it's a big rubber guy
With like
in a bondage suit.
with like a
playing
gas
video
mask.
games, wearing a gas mask. And I like the background, the Legos in the background.
Tractor,
That's pretty fun.
Formula One racing car. That was English.
But he looks like a super villain.
it looks like he could go diving in that.
Yeah. Deep sea diving. So pretty cool.
It's just the weirdest fucking thing I've played.
Pretty cool, normal. Very normal.
Yeah.
Just very normal.
By the way, his @ was @latex Luke.
I did see that. I really like that. Shout out to Latex Luke one time. Moving on, should we do a little next door drama? Is there something else you
Let's
wanna
go
do?
into it.
Let's go into it. Oh wow, he was scared. That was the sound. Never mind. Next door drama.
That was the sound your grandma made whenever you asked to get her cookbook.
Whenever I told her about how I stabbed a guy in my dream,
Yeah.
and he died.
Yeah.
I don't know who the guy was. That was the other thing.
Damn shame.
I know. I wish I knew who it was.
So I could enact this.
Rip their heart
yeah,
out,
Enact this in real life.
like Jason. Jason.
Jason Storm.
Horn. Next door drama, in case you don't know, is a weekly segment where we go to the infamous Next Door website, which is a blog posting website for your neighborhood, where people can post whatever they want about whoever, and it's in your vicinity of your neighborhood up to a certain mile radius. And there's a lot of weird garbage on there. There was something, I won't get specific. When I was doing my research for this week's Next Door drama last night, I stumbled across a potential entry that we could use. And let's just say it ventured into parts unknown that we can't poke fun at.
Yeah,
That we shouldn't poke fun at.
Dark.
But it was
I went to a dark place very quickly.
very dark, graphically dark.
Yeah,
I might
honestly,
say.
yeah. A little
And
bit
for no reason.
Yeah,
for no reason.
literally,
either.
like not even like that was offensive kind of thing, and now I'm pissed off. Now I have to share something to make you feel bad about me.
Yeah,
It was just, I want you to be as angry as I am
for no reason.
for no reason.
So we did not use that one. This one is not that one. But what we do every week is we go to those blog entries and we take the entry in the comments, we script it out, we do a dramatic reenactment of it set to music, and that's pretty much what we do. Gavin, do you mind hitting the camera one more time while I get this music started? It's not shut off yet, but it's going to. So you're going to need to hit it. You're going to need to give her a double tap. There you go now. That's how you do it, Sonny Greens. Get that stretch in while I play the next
Pea
drama
and quinoa.
intro song. What? I also forgot to say that this next door drama is titled Self-Checkout. I will be playing the character of Jim, who's very annoyed. Gavin will be playing Robert, who's giving the benefit of the doubt. I forgot to say that. Just realized. This week on Next Door Drama.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming for this special announcement.
For this special announcement, the Queen has died. Seems like the music isn't really working right now. Hold on 1 second. Okay, we're gonna go back. We'll try it again. Self-checkout. How many times should you require assistance on a normal trip before the store requires you to use the staffed lane? And why is the correct answer 1 or 0?
The only thing I like about self-checkout is you get to avoid the big dig. That's the woman in front of you who waits for the order to be completed before they dig through a huge purse for then a wallet, and if you are lucky, they use credit instead of cash and coins. Drives me nuts when people waste time like that.
Rob, well, I use them to avoid, oh, is this good? I didn't even know we sold this. Dude, you eat red meat? Oh, someone have an upset chummy?
People should feel supported when learning new things. There are usually multiple self-checkout registers, so someone taking a long time really doesn't impact me.
And at some point in learning, it's up to the learned to point out that you're not cut out for this process.
It's a checkout line, not a career. No aptitude test needed. Maybe pick yourself up a Snickers next time you're in line criticizing your neighbors. Honestly, I can't imagine this bothering anyone, especially to the point where they come on social media to make a complaint and are still bothered by it days later. It's not that big of a deal.
Please, God, just help me stop. I don't want to do this.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's listen, I mean, like, I get it.
What do you get?
It's just interesting to think about someone getting that upset about someone having, like, I'm imagining this gym guy. Yeah, I'm imagining this gym guy waiting to use a self-checkout, right?
Mm-hmm.
And someone keeps having to wave someone over. And that's
Yeah.
why he posted it. And I think that this Rob guy was just like, I don't even think he's talking about the self-checkout. I think he's talking about, like, just normal checkout.
Yeah, he is.
And that's why he's like, the only thing
doesn't
about
make any
this
sense.
self-checkout is you get to avoid the big deal.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He brings it up.
It's just, I don't know. It's crazy that, like, the minutia of grocery store shopping is criticized down to the fucking coin.
Mm-hmm. Well, so here's the thing that I wanted to, another thought I wanted to propose to you, because a lot of this, the comments on there had to do with, like, being upset about there being more self-checkout because it's taking jobs away.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Because I get it. I see it, and I'm like, yeah, that
But
sucks.
I don't have to
but-
wait in line, and I'm able to check out at my own speed. Like,
So-
I know that everything I'm putting into what bag. Whereas whenever I get home, it's kind of like, oh, if someone's bagging it for me, it's like, oh shit, which bag is this in?
Right. So
And they usually have, like, their own, like, protocol to do with that, but.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really give a shit about that. It's kind of annoying whenever it's like they only have, like, one person lane, like one manned lane open, and all the rest is self checkout. That's what pissed me off, is that it's
Why?
like, why?
Why does that piss you off?
Because it's like now we have a super long line that shouldn't exist at a self checkout.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. That doesn't happen to me very often, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, for me, it's like
I'm just imagining like a smaller grocery store, and it's like the
Yeah.
only one that's open. And it's like,
Well, sure. That's why I only
you
go to
know,
the big box stores.
yeah, come on, you know.
Come on. No, I get that. I think for me, I do see the side of like it taking away jobs, and
It's
that
not
kind
a
of,
very like autonomous job either. It's very much you're
Right.
standing there seemingly for 8 hours and swiping things all day.
right. And so that's where it's like I see it and I
Menial
get it,
task
and
that-
it makes me upset. It makes me a little bit upset that it's like, yeah, it's taking away jobs, but also there's just so many jobs out there now that it's like not really that big of a deal to me.
And that's something that if
But-
I worked at one of those stores and I see a big long line, I'll swing in and pick it up and then go back to what I was doing.
What do you mean? Wait,
Like if I
say
was
that
like
again?
like if I went one of those, I'm at like a fucking Walmart, right? And I'm working at the Walmart.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like I'm working, I see a big long line at the self checkout. I'm gonna swing in from like I don't know, fucking stocking, and
Yeah.
I know how to do the fucking checkout stuff. Now go and do it.
Sure.
But the
Which
thing
is
is that
what they
I don't think some people straight up or Walmart doesn't just train anyone, quote unquote, to be able to do that.
Yeah. But now our local Walmart is like 80% self checkout.
Yeah, I mean it's just mainly just because like I hope that they open up more of those like big lanes at around Christmas time.
Yeah,
That's what a
they
lot
will.
of so-
They usually do.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say that like, part of it is like, yeah, it's kind of upsetting that they're taking away jobs, but are there plenty of jobs out there? And probably that's probably why they did it, is because there wasn't enough people wanting to work checkout lines. So they're like, well, this is gonna save us money, might as well do it. And I'm also a big user of self checkout.
Yeah, me too.
I have been forever. I don't even care how many items I have,
Yeah.
because I really just don't. I am the kind of that person where I don't like having the convo with somebody, and I just like to be able to. I like to just have the least amount of bags possible, so I can carry everything in at one time and
Yeah.
not have to make multiple trips. So, on the other hand, I'm like, I really like it, but also I'm like, I guess I got to be a little bit more empathetic about it in a way. So
Yeah,
I am
I
kind
think
of like, I do have to weigh that
It
a
also
little bit.
gives Walmart more, or gives especially like a bigger store like Walmart
Mm-hmm.
more permission to surveil harder.
And that's what they do now is at our local Walmart, they have like people working just at the end of the self-checkout lanes to help you, but to also, keep an eye on people who might be trying to steal stuff, which they won't, they'll get away with, and people won't care. That was another comment I saw on this post a lot, where like, well, so obviously self-checkout just makes people steal more often. It's like, why the fuck do you care? Why the fuck
Yeah.
do you care if someone steals a fucking thing of cream cheese?
Yeah, of,
Go
like,
fuck yourself.
bananas.
Why do you care? Why is that something you care about? Walmart has so much
I
fucking
pay
money.
for it.
Our taxes pay for it. No, they
No,
don't.
because I pay. No, it's like because I pay
because
for
I have
it.
to pay for it, and I'm too scared
Yeah.
to steal it.
Yeah, basically that's what that is.
It's just and I saw multiple of those comments, and I was like, you do not care. And so, luckily, there were people being like, Walmart is perfectly fine with people stealing shit because they make so much turnover rate that it would cost them more money to apprehend that
Yeah.
person for stealing.
Yeah,
That it's not worth
to
it.
pursue that.
Right. And they're not stealing that much. And I heard some people recently
Well,
on
that
a
adds up.
podcast. Yeah, and I heard people on a podcast recently complaining about people stealing, like going in and taking mass droves of stuff in California, of all places, if you can imagine that.
San Francisco area, I bet.
Oh, well, that's a whole different thing of breaking into cars to steal shit.
Yeah, but I mean, like everybody's talking about how the right talks about how awful San Francisco is, and it's like
These people aren't on the right, though. It's people of
Really?
all different walks of life talking about it. And the San Francisco thing, I do think is a whole nother thing that we don't have to talk about. But the thing of like being so upset that people are stealing from grocery stores and department stores, it's just like,
I
yeah,
think-
man.
I
it
think
sucks,
Target
but,
has like
why
an
does it matter?
allowance. I think Target has like an allowance of like $15,000 or $20,000 you can steal before they start asking questions.
Yeah, Walmart probably is the same way. They probably don't even have a cap on it. But this is like, mass droves of people going in and taking shit that they're complaining about.
Yeah,
And it's like, yeah, that might be scary if it happens while you're there, because it's just like, oh shit, that's kind of weird.
yeah,
But these are like non-violent robbers.
Yeah.
90% of the time. I don't know the statistics on it, but
Well, Carson,
I don't
you let
think any of
that
them
Carson,
are.
you let that go. What's next?
Guess these BLM protesters are going to start burning cars down again and burning the quick trips down.
Where am I supposed to get my gas?
Where am I going to get my gas at? There's no gas stations around here besides the one quick trip I go to every day.
There's no others.
Give me a Diet Coke and a Keystone Light.
God damn it.
anyways.
Yeah,
I just had to
I've
complain
never.
about that a little bit.
I think that was just. I think that's just kind of like everybody. It's like a self-policing thing,
Mm.
and I think that's like even at my hospital we have a self-checkout after like 6 o'clock or whatever.
For drugs?
No, for like the cafe.
Oh, okay.
They have like a
I was about to
self-checkout.
say, I was like,
No.
what do you mean?
The self-checkout for the cafe, and even that is like, I do it because I'm a coworker. But if someone was like only there for like a night,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna run them down and be like, you gotta pay
No.
for that cream cheese or you
No.
gotta pay for that salad.
Right. No. But, and that's the thing. Is like, I really just want to be like, you're probably, this person commenting it, you're probably like 65 years old. If you see someone stealing, what are you going to do? Nothing. First of all,
hey-
you're not going to see them stealing.
Yeah.
It's secretive on
It's
purpose.
very discreet.
I know of people who have stolen at like a self-checkout, and it's like so discreet, they like, they hide their item before they even get to the self-checkout.
And not only that, but then you can just be like, oh, I forgot.
Yeah, exactly. Because what I've heard, this person that I heard about doing it, and they actually I think they were caught at one point, but they like, they'll grab like a stack of stuff and put it in
The
between
middle,
it.
yeah.
Which actually, one time that happened to me somewhere, but it wasn't a self-checkout thing. It was like someone was checking out my items, and it wasn't even a grocery store. It was like a completely different thing. I won't say where it was, and they like didn't notice something, and I didn't realize it, and then I was leaving, and I was like, oh, they definitely didn't check that out. And then I was just like, oh, well, I didn't even notice that. What?
Yeah.
I just pretended like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because like, what am I going to do? Go back in there and be like, actually, I forgot to pay for this.
Yeah.
And it was your fault.
Yeah.
So, but it's like a place that they wouldn't give a fuck because it's like they
Yeah.
make so much money. So I've stolen, guys. Sorry to just say
They
it.
do check underneath the cart too because they're like, oh, you forgot that.
Right, yeah.
And I'm like, it's $5 worth of Dr. Pepper, guys.
Yeah. Just let me steal it.
Yeah, like, come on.
Come on, just
Come
one
on.
time.
One time.
Another,
Let me hear it one time.
another segment we do every week is called What You Listening To. It's where we recommend an album, a song, or a band to each other that we've been listening to in the past week. And we recommend it to you, the audience. And we also post them on Instagram weekly, so you can go catch up if you need to.
I posted it on time this week.
I know, I saw that. I had the timer was running out, and I was like, is he going to make it? Gavin, what do you listen to this week?
On a Weezer. I'm listening to, I think it's
I'm listening to...
Yellow.
Hello.
Here. Yellow Bedwetter. I'm sorry. Yellow Ledbetter by Pearl Jam. I didn't even think I didn't even hear it this weekend. It just like, oh no, I take it back. I did hear it on this weekend. Chicago has a radio station called 93.1 WXRT. And they
Okay.
play a lot of alternative songs, like very much what I listen to.
Nice.
And I wish we had in St. Louis. Let me put it that way. I wish we had in St. Louis. I really, really wish.
I just wish that they had
And Yellow Ledbetter they played, and
That
I
sounds
was like,
about right.
I'm like, this is. I forgot how good this song is, and it's great because I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
No.
It's just great to. On a Weezer, on a way, yeah. And I say no one and no hand and no
Yeah,
one and I
you belt
say it again.
You just belt out sounds. I want to see you there.
On a porch,
Sounds like you're saying on a ceiling.
Then you said I wanna leave it again. Once I saw her on a beach of weathered sand.
On the ceiling. That's what I always thought he said
Yeah,
there.
and on the sand I wanna leave it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a weekend.
Okay. That's the song.
Wanna wish
wanna-
it away.
are we gonna keep doing it over and
yeah,
over?
Yeah, it's really good.
Bella Head Letter.
Yeah, yellow bedwetter, yellow
bedwetter.
yellow.
Dead
Oh, so you've
feather.
got a good one too.
Oh, you know about this?
No,
All right.
but it's a great joke for Elon Musk.
Oh, it is kind of. So I'm listening to Elon Musk. I mean, I'm this week a little bit different one, Gavin. I got something different for you and for the fans.
Shock me like an electric dusk.
I'm listening to, as Gavin said, Electric Dust by Leon Thomas.
Oh.
Now, Gavin, do you know anything about Leon Thomas at all? Don't read up anything. Just tell me if you know anything about the fucking artist.
No.
So, this is a little trivia that I found out, and shout out to Sophia for recommending this to me. Shout out to Sophia for recommending this to me and telling me this little fun fact that I didn't know. Leon Thomas, do you know the show Victorious?
Oh, yeah.
This is Andre from Victorious.
Really? No shit.
Who I remembered in the show.
No, is it actually, though?
Swear to God. I remembered in the show, made music.
Yeah.
And performed it. I haven't seen that show in a long time. But he also, Leon Thomas, not the character.
He's the one that holds the piano in that one.
Yeah, yes.
In that one picture.
Yes. He also has written music and produced music for like crazy artists. Like he wrote songs for, yep, there you go. He's written songs for SZA. He's written for Ariana Grande, Post Malone, J. Cole, Rick Ross, or produced for Post Malone, Ariana Grande, J. Cole, Rick Ross, and more. He won a Grammy for writing credits on Babyface and Toni Braxton's 2014 joint album Love, Marriage and Divorce. He also produced Drake's Pipe Down, Love All, and In the Bible. So he's produced like a bunch of shit and also written for like a bunch of different people. And obviously he's a Grammy Award winning artist. But then he also makes his own music. And so I gave it a listen, and it's just like really cool, like R&B, but also it's like combining a bunch of different stuff, and it's very kind of like dreamy sounding. It also combines like hip hop, but then there's a song that I'll mention in a second. That's kind of like, it's very indie, and it reminds me of like commercial rock. But I like it. I actually enjoy it because it's different. So my two favorite songs are X-Rated featuring Benny the Butcher, who I love Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, I was going to say. I do know Benny the Butcher.
And that flows into my second favorite song. These two songs like almost feel like one song. Blue Hundreds, which is like, it's like the commercial rock song. It's very cool. But like none of the other songs on the album are like that. Those are my two favorite. Sneak is also very good. But yeah, it's just cool R&B, a little bit of hip hop mixed in there, and then that weird like super cool indie rock song. But it's just like it's obviously very well produced. Beautiful album, super good.
Well, he's been doing it since his time on Nickelodeon.
Well, yeah, what do you think he was doing that whole time? Producing. Really good album, really different. I was very surprised with how much I truly enjoyed this album. Don't love every song on it. Some of them are like a little too like lovey R&B stuff where it's like, this is love making music, and that's not really what I'm looking for currently. So it's just like, I'll probably skip those songs. But yeah, fucking fantastic album. I think a lot of people would like it. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like something anybody could listen to, and it wouldn't be too weird. Okay, so don't make it fucking weird. Why are you making it weird?
I'm not gonna make it weird.
All right.
I didn't mean to do that.
No, you're good.
Well, everybody, thanks for listening to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 130. Keep watching, keep listening, keep replying, keep commenting, keep sharing, keep liking, keep watching. We had an astounding 71 hours on our 24-second clip of the Plinko.
I ate a whole brat.
Whoops.
I ate a whole brat.
Oh, now it's just playing Mac DeMarco.
Let's listen to the Mac DeMarco.
Carson?
It had 71 hours of our Plinko thing. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
You didn't finish. Why did you pause?
That's true.
We put out a Plinko clip. Go watch it.
Yeah.
It got a lot of views on Instagram, as I expected.
Just as I had suspected.
Come back next week for another great episode, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. Do what you want.
The vultures are waiting to pick your bones.